Hello everybody, my name is Xuul, and welcome back to another episode of Free-to-Play Reviews. This time we're going to be taking a look at Skara, The Blade Remains. This was sent in by request from the developer of this game for me to review, so let's jump a little bit closer and take a look at the Arena Gladiatorial game. Okay, so if anything, this game definitely gets points for originality. Basically what they're doing is they're taking the online survey of who is the best player in their respective races and actually creating a story based upon this sort of thing, which to me is really weird and really interesting. I feel like having a community-based naming system could lead to disastrous consequences, but it seems to be working for them so far. So by climbing to the top of the ranks in the respective races, you can end up having yourself cemented in the novelization of Skara. Whether that interests you or not, it's cool, but keep in mind that it's going to be based off of your Steam name, it seems. If you were wondering, the current character who has been placed into the novelization has been named Baby Wolf. So, I don't know if you find that funny or not, but I sure as hell do. If you head over to the map section in the War Log, you can take a look at all the different lores and territories, so you can really delve deep into towards all this sort of thing. I don't have time to cover all of it in this video, but, you know, all the lore is there for you if you want to take a look at it, which is, you know, most games don't have that, especially a free-to-play one, so, I mean, that's definitely a benefit. Alright, so, let's jump into one of the big problems that I have with this game so far, is I'm going to queue for duel, which will just be a 1v1 situation here. You can see it's queuing up in the top section there, so about 10 seconds. Alright, so let's see how long this takes. Alright, we've finally managed to get a queue after 100 seconds of waiting, which isn't too long for a free-to-play review, but I am only looking for one other person, so I kind of figured that this would go by faster. So, 4 selectable races in Ice Arena, that's the only map that's available, and you'll notice I have been queued with a bot after 100 seconds of waiting, which to me is not cool. Also, as soon as I lock in my character here, I'd have to wait an additional 16 seconds for, I guess, the bot to figure out which character it's picking. It doesn't really make much sense to me. I feel like there's a lot of waiting involved in this game. A lot of things that could be resolved a lot quicker when it comes to bots, but that's just me. Moving on, another complaint of mine is definitely the sound design of this game. This noise right here, that irks me. That's not. I don't. That sound design feels very clunky and very artificial. It doesn't feel like very impactful to me. I feel like that's one of the main problems with this game. The gameplay is quite fun. It's very reminiscent of Dark Souls in the way that it's portrayed, with a lot of dodging, and sword strikes really have a lot of damage towards them. Like if you get hit, it's definitely a big impact towards you. But it's just due to the weak and diminished sound design of each of the hits that none of these attacks really feel like it's hurting a lot. It always feels like I'm just kind of left-clicking into someone until they die. Keep in mind this game is an alpha, so any weird glitches that you're seeing are likely a result of that. So let's fight. I'm fighting from this end now. Exciting. There's 3 major abilities that each character gets. This guy has some sort of thing that extends the size of his spear. He has some fire attack, and he has a shield toss, which you have seen earlier. I'm facing off against the big brute. I don't think he has a block attack, so I'm mostly just gonna left click into him until he dies. It's yeah. I mean, the game's fun enough, I suppose. I feel like it'd be better with people to play with, but it seems that the community of this game is very, very slim. There's not very many people playing this at all. In fact, I tried playing this with Xuul earlier, and because it doesn't actually let you queue for a 1v1 together, we just decided to queue simultaneously, and we managed to get queued up together because there's no one else to queue with. You only fight bots in this game, which would be fine if the AI was any good, but unfortunately it's pretty lackluster. It's very difficult to lose against these sort of things. Here you can see the end screen. You can see I've earned a bunch of experience and rank points, whatever the hell that does. It doesn't seem to do much of anything at this point. It's basically just a number that you have underneath your portrait. It doesn't really seem to mean anything thus far. I imagine that they'll add something in the alpha, but currently it doesn't do anything. Okay, it re-queued us for solo 1v1, which is kind of nice, so I'm going to lock in on my personal favorite class, the Tamvasha. The Tamvasa? Oh, yay, I get queued with the same bot again. How wonderful. Dude, I already picked my character. You don't need to... There's no point waiting to what you could do it. We believe in you. You got me waiting here. It's not fun. I don't... Come on, man. Don't be like this. Any day now. Just waiting. Woo! Yeah. Just gotta wait. Love this. Alright, here we go. Finally. And we get to hear this clunky noise. Oh, I love that. Okay, let's jump right into this. So this guy has a axe chain, which I like. It's a lot of fun to use. He has a trap that he can place down, which locks people into bricks of ice, or cages of ice, I guess. It's pretty nice, so you can just like lock somebody down in a team fight, so you can focus them down later on. He has a counter attack for his control, but it seems to have some sort of weird glitchy visual effect currently because he just kind of went off screen for a second there. And obviously the axe chain pulls you in. And also I have a heal. I didn't have to use it, but you know, I do have that. Let's do another round of this. Okay, so you can auto lock onto your characters. I just axe chained into a boulder. That wasn't very smart of me. Luckily I can just left click into this guy and win, but I'm gonna try and use my abilities a little bit more. Alright, so you can see I'm giving myself a little heal here with my little wolf thing, which is nice. I'm gonna axe chain in. I'm gonna just axe him real hard, and he's gonna die, and that'll be that. I do feel like there could be more emphasis on environmental dangers. Like, I definitely like how on this map that you can fall off into the water, but there's not really many things in the way of knockback, so I'm not too worried about falling off is the main thing. I feel like some knockback elements, you know, just some more environmentally based movements with like altering positioning of the enemy might be a good addition towards this game. Additionally, I feel like the AI could definitely use improvement since there's no players to play with currently. So I mean that's a nice added bonus. Yeah, I won. Look at me. I did it against the bot. It's great. It's just great. All right. So I leveled up. I don't know what that means, but I did it. So that's cool. Let's go. Alright, now I'm gonna be playing the Karn, and apparently I'm gonna be playing against Stealthy Magoo. So let's do this. I have a jump attack, which is good for closing distances. I can throw a boulder at people, which does a fair amount of damage. It seems the Karn does the most damage out of all of them, and he has some sort of a shove when it comes to his block instead of anything else, but yeah, that's pretty much it. God, that annoys. Okay. Anyways, so I have my E attack. It basically allows me to jump up in the air and stun everybody around me. It's a little difficult to land, however, because you can just get stun spam from anybody who's nearby who is willing to left click towards you. Yeah, this lady's a lot faster than I am, so I have to time my shots a little bit better. And she's dead. All right, cool. Woo! Round 3, I have won every one of them so far, so, oh, she's gone invisible. What am I gonna do about this? Probably just see her. That's probably the best way of doing that. I did miss my boulder, unfortunately, and I missed my thing. That's bad. Alright. Just circle around and just, eventually I'll get one hit in, and then I'll just spam left click and I'll win. So, I mean, that'll be a nice added bonus. And I did it! Yeah, good for me. I did it all by myself. Look at the Karn. That's what the Karn's all about. I don't know how to pronounce their name. I think it's Karn, but that's probably how it is. Alright, now I am the Shinsei? The Shinsei. I'm not pretty sure how to pronounce these names, but anyways, I'm the lady who's very inappropriately dressed for the weather. Okay, so she has a stealth, so you can go invisible. The AI is very bad at detecting you. You have a poison dart thing you can throw at people. Doesn't seem to do very much damage at all. My control allows me to just kind of void through attacks, which is kind of cool, and I have a dash. This is definitely one of the characters that's the most difficult to play because she is very, very squishy in comparison to her other people. And her abilities aren't very damaging, surprisingly, so it's more along the lines of just, you know, left-clicking into a person again, and then eventually you'll just win. So, I mean, that's a nice added benefit. Okay, so let's go in here. I'm gonna lock onto my target. I'm gonna poison dart nothing, so that's nice. And then I'll dash through him and do some damage, I guess. I'll stealth around, sneak in, sneak in, sneak in. And I lost it. Alright, so now I'm really trying to show off the control thing, but it's not really working. Yeah, my dodge as opposed to rolling, it seems to be some sort of quick teleport, which is kind of cool. I mean, it doesn't save. I need to watch myself. I'm going to fall off the edge of the ice if I'm not careful. And I'm dead. Alright. That's the first time I've lost. Cool. Looks like this showcase for this character is going to take slightly longer. Alright. After that clanky noise, we're going to just sneak and we're just going to mash buttons into this guy's face, probably. That sounds like a good idea. And let's see how long it takes for him to be able to... And he's dead. Okay, cool. So you can see how this could become a problem and how it could become really boring after a while when you don't have, like, real players to face off against. It's just... It's really boring. And I know it seems like I'm just riffing off the 1v1 system, but I'm not. Every game mode has this little of players. Maybe it's just due to ranking or something. I know that Paladins faces you against bots for a really long time before it knows that you're good enough for the game. I lost again. Oh, he's dead as well. But, yeah. I can't seem to face anybody, but if that was the case when I faced off against Xuul, we both should have individually been faced off against boss, but, oh, I died again. And I lost. Cool. But yeah. There's not very many people playing this, unfortunately. So, you know, as a multiplayer game goes, I can't strongly recommend the gameplay if you're just going to be facing off against terrible bots over and over again. Okay, so let's go into the settings now. Okay, so in game settings you have the screen resolution, and you can change the graphic quality from very high to very low, and you can make it borderless windows. Pretty all-around stuff, nothing too fancy. I feel like a few more options here would be better, but of course it's an alpha, so I can't be too harsh on the settings options right now. So, yeah, it's a lot of options here. Look at all those resolutions you can do. I don't think you can get up to anything higher than 1980 or 1080p. Sorry. So yeah, very high. Okay, so in sound settings you have music and you have the volume of the sound effects. You have the controller options and the keyboard options. So this game is recommended to play with a controller, but obviously I've been doing fine with just the keyboard, so it's not completely necessary. And if you want to change your language or your region, then that is fine. That is it. That's all the options that you have in this game. So that's all right. The grind in this game can only be summed as trying to become your faction's top player. So, for example, if you want to become the next baby wolf in your rendition of the story, then that's how you're going to have to play a shit ton of games. And unfortunately, because there's nobody to really play against except for the bots, it's going to be a very boring 2 hours that you're going to spend doing this sort of thing. So, you know, good luck with that. But I'm not going to test how long that's going to take. So out of the payment options, here are all the gems that you can collect in Canadian. So you can pay either less than $1 or up to $109, so that's a little expensive. But in fact, I actually calculated all the... It's a pretty sparse list of cosmetic options that you have across all the characters here. So I actually added it up to see if it was worth going to the full 109, and this is what I found out. In total, the cosmetic options in this game add up to 9,360, and you get well over 10,000 if you purchase the $109 purchase, so it's actually pointless to spend that much. I feel like they probably could do some improvements on the microtransaction system so that you're actually getting a reasonable amount. Overcharging, getting people to pay for more gems than is necessary, is a kind of a scummy thing to do. I feel like they can improve upon that. Here are a couple of the cosmetic options. You can change the sword, you can change their helmet, you can change the main chassis of what they're wearing. Some of these things look pretty cool, but overall I don't really see the point in getting a bunch of cosmetics to fight against bots over and over again, so, you know, if you want to, then they're there, but I personally don't see the point in them. Alrighty, so I hate to beat a dead horse here, but you are facing off only bots over and over again. Even the people on my team in this 3v3 are bots, so not much of a community to play against, unfortunately. Hopefully this improves over the course of the game's timeline, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately. Moving on to the final results, Skara the Blade Remains does have a lot of potential for it in its alpha. Unfortunately for me, it makes it a little difficult to recommend, so out of my 4 recommendations, whether to pass it, try it, play it, or pay it, I recommend that you just pass it on this one until the game gets some further updates and perhaps grows its player base a little bit more. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you like and subscribe, and comment down below what you want me to cover next in my free-to-play series. Thank you guys again for watching, and as always, have an excellent day.
Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it. If you're wondering what to watch next, I have provided 2 videos for you. You can click them right here. Get subscribed by clicking on that circle icon and subscribing to my channel, and please follow myself and Shoelace on the social medias that you see above. Thank you, and have an excellent day.